Alright, let's get back into the game. The draft is already gone. Venomancer ban, sadly for Jack. Spirit Breaker, happily for me. One of the vampires is gone. Night Stalker is out. One more ban still. I still think Infamous will not ban that Lich once again.
Necro probably.
They have 2 picks after, so they can leave AA in the pool. We've seen some counters from the Oracle. We've seen some counters from, let me see what else was there, Panda as well.
Yep. I think they are thinking, they're like, wait, they're trying to go through their head. Are we going to give them Lich or Necro, or are we going to leave them both in the pool so we get one? They're going to ban Alfurion. So Necro
That's a fair ban
there.
too. MS has been playing a decent amount of Nature's Prophet.
So do they go with Necro? Do they go with Lich? Maybe neither. Maybe one of those, yeah.
Other than that, it's like, I don't know if you just first pick an Earthshaker.
Yeah, we've seen it, but it feels so non-committal. Like, you're not really getting something out of your first pick.
I still think it's decent getting Earthshaker first pick, but you need to, I don't know, play around them, give him some farm. I saw a couple of times the thing I was saying about Moon Meander not being used to playing 5. He was actually trying to last hit with Bolba, who was missing 800 gold for his Blink Dagger. They were just both trying to hit a creeps, and none of them actually got it.
Okay, so this is a little different direction here.
Not
Both teams are pretty high on Bounty Hunter, and I mean, we've seen DC first pick it a few times. This is again more of a bit of a different game plan. They had more of a team fight type of lineup going last game, and this time it's again back to vision and map control.
Yeah, just keep this in the back of your head. It probably won't happen, but Mason has been winning games in FPLNA with carry Bounty Hunter. So I wouldn't expect it, but keep it in the back of your mind.
Battle Fury?
Yeah, he goes Phase Boots, Battle Fury. Sometimes he goes Deso before Battle Fury, and then he just kills people. I wouldn't say we're gonna see it, but it's keep in the back of your head, Dakota.
I will. It's there.
I hope so much that we do see it. If it's a surprise pick type of thing.
It does feel weird to just put a bounty hunter out there otherwise. Like, sure, you may have preemptively banned out the Spirit Breaker, which is a common hard counter, but you can't tell me there's not other decent options out there.
Well, Night Stalker's out there as well. I mean, there's also heroes like, I don't know, like Pudge or something, right? But that's less likely to just be picked up in situation. I mean, you're not picking to counter the bounty hunter a good chunk of the time.
But Earth Spirit's fine. You give him early dust and you can deal with the bounty hunter.
Yeah, well, bounty hunter scales well as a damage dealer once you get to level 20, plus 120 damage, and if you get somehow to level 25, you have a 1 second cooldown on Janada. That's just like 1k crits every second.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you just have to make sure you get out of the laning phase, because this hero's pretty damn weak. And look at this. Is this the first time Necro made it out of the first set of bans and just not get picked?
Is it finally over?
Wait. Maybe. Both teams going with more than likely their 4 and their 5 roll. Could be carry, but it looks like they're just going to standardly open up.
We have seen Moon play Silencer already. I would say that I despise playing against Silencer whenever I play Earth Spirit. I think it's the worst thing ever. I mean, you roll in one global and you're not, even if you got your ulti off, the global's long enough that you're not going to be able to drop a new stone to refresh it.
Yeah, and it disrupts team fighting, right? Like AA throwing an ulti, if he gets global, it just flies off the map. I think they just DC wants to control more of the team fights that they didn't last game.
Yeah, but this is a very weak opening from DC. You have Silencer and Bounty Hunter,
stuns,
both heroes, no stuns, no lockdown,
no mobility,
no escape mechanism whatsoever. I think if Infamous had one more pick, they would have gone for Clockwork instead of one of those two, probably Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Well, we have said that DC are unafraid to take their 2 supports early. So, but then there's also the possibility again that these are actually cores. Bounty Hunter less likely, but Silencer has a decent chance of being one. So I think if they see something too heavily, it's something they consider. And this was EG, you'd have to be like, hey, is this AA going mid? Is there a chance of that?
I just saw on Reddit that Dendy was playing AA mid.
I mean, recently? I mean, he's played it a bit recently.
Yeah.
Like, not super recently. I'd say like a couple months back.
Europe stealing from Sumail again. That's just classic Europa.
Sumail was in his father's balls when Dendy was playing mid AA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dendy was, you know, nowhere when Sumail was destroying TI5.
These are both kind of true.
5 seconds remaining.
That's
But
DI1,
Sumail mid
DI2.
Oracle. I'm sure if that ever comes back, you'll give him credit for that one too.
I'll let you guys fight in the scraps. You know, China's 3-2.
Oh,
anyway,
so now we're
go
good,
for it.
yeah. Yeah, China has no one, so you're just out of the argument.
Schwinn.
Oh, but I love the Sven pickup. Natural BKB carrier, even if he doesn't pop the BKB, can just tear those 2 heroes down so quickly.
Yep.
I don't know, maybe DC wanted to get the hands on Sven. I love how they play with the Sven. Pretty much every game they won had Sven,
5
so maybe
seconds
Infamous
remaining.
tried to steal it from them.
Yeah.
That's why they banned the Viper and the Batrider, so they don't have anything that goes through a BKB that counters Sven.
Now they do. BKB piercing
Oh,
roar
can
comes
ban.
out and some vision.
Can't ban everything.
Tinker? Does team play Tinker at all? Beastmaster, Bounty Hunter?
It would be Mason or Ob. I
don't
assume
think
Abe can play it. I don't think Mason can play it, but
I don't
It's
think
a bold
good
proclamation,
Tinker game
but yeah.
It's a
against
very-
AA Earth
5
Spirit. Earth
seconds
Spirit finds Tinker easily in
This
the
is a very
forest.
PPDS draft here, right? You could totally see the Peter Silencer, again, the Beastmaster Bounty Hunter pairing that they've used for Vision. You'd put Misery on Bounty. This is, yeah, so...
and I think MSS is extremely good at
The
Bounty
Han
Beastmaster.
Bloodlines.
DC's turn to pick.
Fuck, all right.
Yeah, it's surely not gonna be a Tinker game. Now that the puck is picked up as well. I mean, it's pretty squishy, those 3 then. Bounty, Silencer, Tinker. Plus, they need some control for the Sven and the puck. They need the...
10 seconds
Let me
remaining.
just check
Has
the
there been a
heroes.
Pepita offlane puck, or is this going to be Leo
We've seen
style?
one. I
5
assume it's going to be
seconds
Leo style.
remaining.
We've seen it one time. I guess they could throw it either way, but I think Leo style showed his ingenuity with that hero.
Yeah, he can style on it. I
Yeah,
always
I know Pepita
take
can
a preference
play
of
it.
him being able to scale better, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
But
Have
he'll
you-
style.
Do you see how Sven holds his sword in this? I've
Yeah,
never
it's
noticed
really
that
It's like in
either.
the middle. Yeah.
That is not how you trust me. With my fedora on and my scimitar out, I would never hold something like that.
No, I don't think so. You're not going to be holding any
Yeah.
women, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Except my wife and pillow.
Maybe a Medusa for a DC. Not be a bad idea.
Wait,
and,
is Costa looking at heroes? I thought we were on to waifus.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on what matters.
Oh yeah, but during
I
I mean
get
you're,
serious now.
I mean you have to look through the hero list, Lacoste.
Well, yeah, yeah, why not?
I just figured
'Cause
you had all
because
the
I
heroes
get the
memorized. You've
better
been playing the
ideas
game for a
then.
while.
What if they
I
go
get
with
the
like
better
a... Oh,
ideas.
never mind. Viper was just banned.
Welcome back, Jack.
They could still do TA, maybe? What do you think about that? TA for DC.
That's your third question. Don't think I'm not looking, Dakota. Trust me, I'm always.
All
See,
right.
but since
Is
you
it
did ask the
time-
question, we should answer it.
Yeah,
Is
that
it time
would
to
be
pull
nice.
out the Meepo?
How about if I get that correct, can I get that question back?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Yeah. They picked
Meepo
TA
does
here,
not
yes.
like to play against Sven.
AA Sven.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
For
Even
Infamous, I
Earthspear,
wonder
yeah.
if there's like something like a Legion commander going for them. There's a setup for the AA. It doesn't really care about these 2 supports harassing him. Get some extra value out of the overwhelming odds.
Yeah, you could purge off track and stuff like that. Silence.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
They need damage for the Sven. None of these deal damage.
Here we go. Last few
You see,
seconds.
do want someone who can take advantage of
Infamous's
this
turn to
vision
bat.
space.
Faceless Void.
That is a core void, it looks like here. Not a offlane one for
turn to
MSS.
ban.
but
Well, it's a
likely-
good setup. Chrono, then followed up by Global Silence. His natural diffusal blade carrier removes the Warcry from the Sven. Can even go for Silver Edge. We saw it yesterday
10
on
seconds
when Pika
remaining.
played it. Just remove the he breaks the cleave.
Instant Invoker
5
ban coming out
seconds
after that
remaining.
void because sets up easy Chrono plus Sunstrike kills.
DC's
There isn't the
turn to
greatest
pick.
synergy for Void in this lineup, but we saw this kind of yesterday used against Sven as well. Like, you have that Chronosphere and maybe Aurora, and then you've got Sven controlled for like a good chunk of his God Strength already. Or you can kill the rest of his lineup, which is pretty squishy.
And they might still
the
go
Chronosphere.
for Medusa as well on
10
DC
seconds
side
remaining.
if they just want to tank it up.
Templar
There it is.
Damn,
Assassin.
Dakota, you get your question
Thank
back.
you.
I feel it wasn't in the spot you said, but you were correct.
Yeah. Thank you
Dakota,
very much.
you might be the best co-caster.
So there's a
here.
matchup for the puck as well, and again, someone who can take advantage of all the vision space. So TA provides more vision, but also clear stacks
10
very
seconds
efficiently,
remaining.
which no one else on the DC lineup really does at all.
Now, do
So I
they,
suggest it's
seconds
gonna be a
remaining.
puck on off lane.
yeah, because maybe they would put something like a DK
Maybe they can put
or
Veno mid.
Veno.
Is Veno banned?
Jakiro
he's-
mid.
He's banned. Sorry.
Is Veno banned?
I don't know.
15 seconds left.
DK,
Nah,
but
DK
DK Sven we've mentioned before was kind of awkward, clunky almost.
Yeah.
But
Do
maybe.
they go with a big ult here? What if there's still like Magnus or something left out there?
Bro, what?
Oh, offlane Magnus.
I was like, I don't even know who that hero
Yeah,
is.
look at
Like,
that.
the anime
It's like,
sound
what's
what
happening?
the hell
Who's
is
this
green
guy?
ball? Yeah,
That
what?
big
Ugly ass pig comes
Who is
out.
this guy?
Whoa.
Okay.
All right, that's a lockdown for a Void.
And
Plus, he's a natural Guardian Greaves carrier, so if they initiate, he just uses Firestorm and the Pit of Malice, I guess.
And he destroys Beastmaster. If they do put... Because this might be an aggro lane from Infamous, right? And then Underlord on the safe lane?
Yeah.
Nay, Underlord just demolishes Beastmaster. I don't know about the
Underlord
player-wise. but
demolishes anyone.
Yeah, true.
One
One
versus
v1,
one, pretty
especially
much
melee, yeah.
hero. Yeah, maybe if it's not Ursa.
I really like this pick. I think they see it as some kind of counter to, not just like Beastmaster, but like
Whole
TA
team, it feels
as well. Like all the physical damage coming out is just,
Yeah, but
he kind of just laughs at all of that.
yeah, the root mechanic against TA, who has a blink, can blink out. Mason can blink out on that Void as well.
There's some pressure on Moon to be able to get off some good globals because if they set things up with like a faceless void and the Pit Lord is not caught in it, he can just evacuate his whole team out of trouble.
Yep. I'm excited. Big team fight from both. I mean, son of a gun. I mean,
Another pause.
yeah,
With
this time
just
from the
a
other
sec.
team.
We need a reason.
And really just not the best synergy for
DC's
for Void.
If I mean, they have global, they have chrono. You have heavy damage from the TA, but then on Infamous side, they have the lockdown with Underlord, Sven, Puck, even the Earth Spirit.
Why
So
would you change the normal hotkeys for, let's say, buyback status, kills, last hit denies? Who does that? Like,
It's probably me.
yeah, but why?
'Cause
Like
I use
is
that
W
other-
for the creeps not good?
I do it for ergonomics sake. Like I just have the buttons at the easier fingers to
dude,
access.
trust me, that's smart. My arthritis, you don't want that, Jack.
All right, the Bulva already on top, harassing Excel with that
If you
Orb of
say so.
Venom and the Shadow Walk,
Big
taking
damage.
a lot of HP, XP.
Just
Imagine
anticipating.
if you could steal XP from someone. Like you,
All right, I imagined it.
So he is level 6, then you steal experience from him, and,
And then
he's
he
suddenly level
unlevels.
5.
He's like the middle of his ultimate
does
and
not-
like,
does
he
not
just
level
forgets
up.
how to cast the spell and nothing happens.
Void like time walks in and like,
Yeah,
where's
maybe-
my chrono?
I mean, that was in Dota 1, right? You lost experience. You couldn't lose a level, but you could lose experience, like in the early Dota. Like when you died, you lost
Chronosphere just
experience.
disappears.
Well, you didn't lose
Are you
a
sure?
level.
No,
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean you
Diablos.
can't.
I'm
you
thinking
can't
about this.
send him back to one
Yeah,
level.
like if you were
below.
level 3.5, you just
Yeah,
lose
just
that
lose
half.
half.
What would be the worst manifestation? Like the Underlord is like, "Hey guys, get in the car," and then the portal just like collapses, it
The
disappears.
dark portal collapses.
Medivh's on it. No,
Game's over.
So there's a Chronosphere 1 second, then this guy casts I'll steal your XP.
I
Ooh,
remember
there-
that
there's
There's
stuff.
no
no,
man.
no chrono.
I remember that happening at Dota 1. There was just this like weird interaction with Dark Portal. Sometimes it wouldn't work or you wouldn't get in.
Like, you try to steal
Stinger
it.
trying to steal the rune, does not get it. Mason.
So it is what we said,
Quick
though. It
fingers.
is the aggro. Sorry, pardon me, Lacoste. You can make
King.
go on.
You can talk.
You can talk whenever you
Well, I'm
want.
just saying it is the aggro trialing with
That's a
Pachita in
good
the
call,
offlane,
King.
so thank you.
Thanks, King.
You're welcome. Back to you.
Back to
Back
you.
to me.
Barretts.
Let's say the mid matchup. Puck should have a little bit of advantage first couple of levels. So we'll see. Does he have a sentry ward? Yes, he does. Bounty Hunter does not have any sentries. We see quite different builds on Bounty Hunter. Boots of Speed or Orb of Venom or just no sentry wards at all. Before you were committing to maybe even 2 packs of sentries just to clear them out so you can actually harass. There is a sentry. Balba
Ooh.
just wanted that. Goes back to
They're going on bottom.
lane.
Moon's
trying to
going for a
go
pull, so they try to move in on the void.
on a Void, but Void with the time walk just walks away from that.
But now he has to be careful because it's 40 seconds to level 1, right? Or
No, it's 21 or 24. It's a big
Yeah,
goal.
so
couple
Sal's gotta
seconds
be
off.
careful here. If he's not careful, I could end up
Leo style using a lot of region already on that mid lane.
bad way.
Sitting on 1 CS only, 7 for TA, that bounty hunter. Did really a good job. Can he actually try to kill him with the side blades? Yes, he will try, but he will not succeed. Top lane, let's see the Underlord. Underlord is so fun to watch. I don't know,
He's
the
so
hero
big
is
and fat.
so fun to play, but at the same time so boring. I don't
This
know how
hero's
to
fun
explain
to
it.
play. What?
Yeah, he is. Like you look at this. Isn't this fun?
He's
Two people
diabolical.
running away from you.
It really fits the thematic. Like he's just a diabolical hero. He's not afraid of anything. You think he cares about the bounty hunter harassing him? It's like, look, my weapon is bigger than you.
It actually is. Bounty hunter just doing what he does, collecting those bounty runes. Bounty hunter should get extra gold from the bounty rune because of the name. Like get him that extra 20.
Yeah, that's being fulfilled by the alchemist.
No, that's not the kind of bounty that he.
Oh, haste. Picked up by Excel on bottom, does not want to commit to harassing Silencer, gives chilly fingers. Oh, they actually managed to go on. Moon Meander had that deep ward. It's gonna be a first blood probably, goes down. No intelligence. Imagine if they steal intelligence from Silencer. I already mentioned that once, I think.
I'm sweating over here.
Yeah, Jack, actually,
Jack,
you,
what is
you
happening?
said going on Moon Manor, he went like middle, then top, then to the bottom.
I can just call them by hero names. I prefer to do that, Jack.
You do you, Lacoste.
Infamous get that nice just support kill ward
Yeah.
on that bottom lane. Just perfect for catching out a little Silencer who just cannot move away from any trouble at all.
Yeah, the bottom lane from DC is super weak. Like you have a Silencer and Void. Void does nothing first couple of levels if you don't pray to old and new gods for some RNG.
Nice range.
I bet we get to see him back in the mid lane. I mean, some may say his best lane, his best position to be able to work from. Bottom lane, oh, it looked like there's some tower diving a little bit here, but yeah, Abed is certainly feeling himself. 21 and 6 CS, Puck at 14 and 5. I mean, we were suspecting it was going to be an uphill battle for the Puck.
This is Bounty AFK in the fountain. He's been sitting there for a while.
He's just regioning.
Alright.
Looks like he's going to be joining in on the bottom lane shenanigans as they need a little bit of assistance here from Mason so he can comfortably get in for the CS because he's losing to this Sven at the moment.
Mason actually ate that sentry ward.
Yeah, did none of the Dire have a...
Oh, they're trying to make a move on Earth Spirit. Has roll ready. Can he make it out? Not really. First, smart, stolen from the Silencer. Gets to level 3 with level 2 Arcane Curse. They're so much stronger. On
He
the
should
lane,
have kicked someone out and then rolled
Yeah.
away. Just gotta say that.
Thanks for
not a big
No
Earth
problem.
Spirit player, but we have Dakota for that.
I remember Dakota's Earth Spear when it first came out. This guy was a killer. This guy was like Jack on his middle anti-mage. This guy was nuts.
Dang.
I remember.
And we fell off so
Yeah, he
hard.
fell off hard.
Earth Spirit with a roll on a mid.
Nice.
Connects with the stun. Is there any follow-up damage? No, not enough. Actually, they need to hit the roll to slow him down with some right clicks with Orb of Venom to actually get a kill. Let's see what the top lane, Jack. What is happening on the top lane? This fat ass
Big
whatever
papita.
fat ass vampire.
How this guy's a vampire too?
Nah, he can't be a vampire.
This guy's not a vampire.
He's
What
like
is it?
the Beelzebub or whatever.
Well, he's more vampire than a bounty hunter. Bottom lane though, they're trying to make a move on a Sven. Roll comes out from the Stinger. Sven with Arcane Curse, just slowing them down extra with the Orb of Venom as well. Stinger might be in problem as well. Another
Yeah.
bash, but he seems like to remove it. What happened with the bash? Another fairy fire used by him just to keep him alive. Was there a bash?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, but it looked kind of weird.
Yeah, I have no clue. Jack was all over the place.
Jack,
Yeah.
Oh, mid lane,
mid
Leo
lane
style.
trying to
Yeah.
run away. Has a shrine ready, will pop it.
May need a sentry ward in that mid lane now that it's trap time.
Yep.
Otherwise, Abed is going to
Look
kind
at
of
the
take
build
over.
on Underlord. Papita, 303 so far. With
Damn.
Arcane Boots finished, that's a lot of damage from a Trophy Aura. They're actually swapping the lanes. Sven can't really farm that much on the bottom.
Remember when Firestorm would hurt buildings?
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Imagine him being able to just like
Do that now.
blast
Except
down
him
that
and
lane.
Does
Pugna.
it still affect Roche?
Remember when shrapnel
does.
would hurt buildings?
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, there's a bunch of
That
AoE
wasn't-
spells that hit buildings. Now it's just old Pugna.
Good old Pug.
Good
no.
old-
Pagana and
Bone
Vampire Lord
And
Lesh.
Leshrac, the vampire lord. Let's not forget him. He's just
of course.
Great minds think alike.
And like you
Jack.
said, he did sentry the middle lane, killed
Andrew
off 2
Kiro.
traps.
Yeah, that's good. It's money.
Yeah, and it stops Bounty Hunter from ganking as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, Bounty Hunter bottom lane.
Peta on the bottom lane, those slows from Orb of
Bro,
Venom will it
that's
be enough?
level
They don't
3.
have enough damage. Level 3 Atrophy Aura just removing too much of their damage.
Yep.
Void has no region left whatsoever, so they should be careful. 2 flasks bought. Jack, what is the name of the... If Viper buys a flask, then it's a Valve? I mean Salve?
The Viper Salve.
What is Underlord's... or Void Salve, actually. Void Salve. What's the name?
I mean, Void Salve is also a valve because it's V.
The name starts with a V,
Yeah,
therefore
but
it's
his name
Valve.
starts with F. Faceless. Fave. Valve.
It's too much for me. It's too
Know this right now.
That's the worst conversation ever. Let's move on.
Let's get back to me. MSS on the top lane. Beastmaster just hit level 6, trying to hide in the forest. Just enjoying the time with his beast. He has a TP ready if it's needed to TP out. He needs to make a move with that Primal Roar.
Leo Style is having a tough time, kind of as expected.
Yeah, TA versus Puck, and then the Bounty Hunter too sat there for like 3 waves. Yeah, he's
2 stacks on one ancient camp, 2 stacks on the other ancient camp for DC. There's a lot for Abed to really snowball with. That's
I said
fantastic.
Puck has the upper hand in the first couple of levels. He didn't even have that.
Yeah. Stinger here now at attention. He had put most of his early game focus onto that bottom lane, so...
Where is that Beastmaster? He's on the mid lane, again,
trees.
hiding in the forest.
Even Bulba here, too. 4 DC members here for Leo Style.
He's being pinged out. MSS
Just
will
do
make
it.
a move, has a vision, roar from the forest. Abed with some right clicks just secures the kill. Haste on the bottom rune, picked up by a Stinger, will get some XP on the mid lane after he gets that bounty rune. That mid tower is actually gonna go down. Aura from the Beastmaster, only level 1, but Arcane Aura on Templar Assassin.
Those arcane runes.
Yeah, Arcane Aura, I mean Arcane Rune.
We're seeing Infamous pressure the side lanes in the meantime. They know they can't collectively be able to deal with the mid lane push, but you know they'll make up for the most of it here on the other side. It looks like our friend Pepita's going for the Vanguard first. I wasn't sure if it was going to be that or something like straight to the mech so they can 5-man
Well,
it
he's
up.
probably gonna get both Crimson Guard against heroes like TA and Faceless Void. It's just too much damage that he removes. Plus a Trophy Aura, which is level 4. Jesus.
Yeah, you rarely see people go above level 2 on this, and he is committed fully to it. He realized he's like, I'm gonna be the one person who can just stay in a lane and farm. Even if like a Void or someone comes, they're gonna do nothing to me.
Yeah, he's totally taking over in this bottom lane as it is right now, but we have a pause.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
So what is the plan with the Faceless Void? Being level 7, TP ready.
To find a face and put it on.
I think he's got to play
He
kind
needs
of
to
assassin
go to a
mode this
house
game.
of black and white to find the face.
I think he's got to do the assassin mode Shadowblade. Maybe just constantly go around, make the Earth Spirit and or AA afraid, or even Puck. Just threaten to solo kill them and then make space that way. Yeah.
Well, the Silver Edge seems like a good item here. Remove Sven's Cleave, remove a Trophy Aura from
Yeah.
Underlord.
That's a good point. Natural progression as well.
Assassin mode, you say, Jack. I
Yeah.
love the words you use.
You have such a
That's the
way. You
cost.
just twist words and make them your bitch.
Twist words.
Twist
could
them
really-
up, slap them
Grant, why do
around.
you have to be like this? Like, why can't we say anything positive and just keep it positive? Like
No,
saying
that was positive.
Yeah, but saying words like bitch, stuff. Can you act like gentleman for once?
My fedora's off. Sorry.
What is he? What is he? A European? That's not how Grant does.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
He's a
Just 5 minutes. I need you to be normal for 5
I'm the
minutes.
king. All right,
Lacoste.
every
He's a
sentence-
statesman.
You're about to
Lacoste-
get a decree, bruh.
Yeah, you're gonna get a
real
personal
quick.
decree. Every time you breathe, it's a push-up.
Lacoste. He's a statesman, not a kingsman. All right.
Yeah, all right. Have you guys had the orange monster?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I heard Rob.
Can you have
It's a rare
breakfast?
breed.
Rob
I haven't
said he
even
liked
seen
it.
one. I've seen like one of those things. Nice rare drop.
There's those new mango ones or whatever.
It smells like orange.
Wow. Who would have
How do you
guessed?
smell orange?
Yeah, it's like a monster orange juice. It's not bad.
All right. Well, good talk.
Good talk.
Alright, we still have one player missing, AA disconnected.
Want to remind
say a
everybody
thing.
real quick that after this series, there is a scheduled intermission, but we're going to be hopping into a Hot Cox podcast to talk about Pro Circuit. We're going to talk about fast food rankings.
This is where me and Jack are really coming for.
Yeah.
Fast food rankings. Oh, I can't wait.
Jack, I swear to God, if you put frickin' Wendy's below Taco Bell, though, try me, bro.
I haven't had Wendy's in a while.
I'm curious to see if there's a factor of budget involved with it at all.
Wendy's wins on two fronts. They have chicken nuggets. Their chicken nuggets are amazing, and their chili is
Dude, their chili. Okay, yeah, you're cool again.
They got those.
variety.
They got those. Are they called swirlies? They're not actually called swirlies.
No,
are they?
Frosties.
Frosties.
Swirlies.
No, that's what happened to you in high
Alright,
school,
this
dude.
Let's go get a
Here, wait, show
swirly,
me
guys.
This one's for you, Jack. Oh, look it actually matches his shirt. Oh, you can't really see, but here, Jack, stand up and stand next to this can.
Okay, absolutely. Let's advertise Monster Orange and Sir Action Stocks at the same
Dude,
time
that
as
actually,
Discord.
it actually like
I'm
melts into his shirt. Well, you gotta
Get in there,
there,
Jack. Get in the shop.
Look at that. It actually is the exact same. That is nuts.
Yeah, look at it.
It's the Slacks favor of Monster.
Thank you, peasant. Sit down.
Anytime.
I ate
Alright,
once
this
at
one's for
Wendy's. There was so much oil in it. If it was not American, you would
You
probably
can't cook without oil.
You guys would probably invade
Wait, what
that
did you eat
country
that
and
had
take
oil
the
in it?
Wendy's. What?
What
We're
did
back.
you eat that had oil in it?
Wendy's? I don't know. I ate a burger.
Bottom.
M5's bottom lane, first chronosphere of the game on that Underlord. Will they have enough? He tried to TP
the
out,
bash.
but the bash -2 for him.
Yeah, that minus armor coming. That was a perfect chrono because Abed was able to get his meld hit off.
Mid
even with
lane,
the
they're
low
going to get
level.
Bulba, though.
There's smoke trying to go on a Bulba level 4. That's not who you want to kill after that big kill on the bottom lane. But still, a kill is a kill. 200 gold for Leo style. Not having a good early game will get him
kill?
close to his Blink Dagger.
Radiant's
kill is a
middle
kill.
tower is under attack.
God,
like that.
Wendy's chili. I'm sorry. Let's get back.
You hungry?
No, not really. Just that chili. Jack is right. It's a game changer.
Still many stacks here for the side of DC. I don't know if they've been spotted out yet from Infamous or it's going to be on the agenda to kind of interfere, disrupt, or even steal it for themselves. It looks like Stinger spotted the one on the other side and has already prepped down an Obs. Nice deep one that is going to be commonly countered.
Another Arcane Rune on the bottom. He just
Oh.
destroys it.
Moon is just
Just
savage.
how dare he?
Bad luck with that.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, someone's getting a report after this game. I'm not saying Moon Meander is, but
Okay.
There we go. Goes to that
another
first stack.
smoke.
The smoke
no
is out.
coil for 15 seconds. They need to find a bigger kill. Silencer just
This
bought
is
a
it.
tome. Oh, they're going on him. He did not use it. No global silence. Follow up.
Oh,
They
Abed.
just stun lock him down.
Just like,
and
sorry, bud.
he dies.
Now can they take the stack too? I mean, this is...
It's a pretty big stack.
It's really big.
It
Pepita's
works.
gonna have to do it
I mean,
all.
Firestorm works against the Ancients as well. I don't think they can defend it.
I mean, that's a good offshore account that was there for DC that's just going to be totally depleted by Infamous.
It takes a lot of time actually to kill those
It does.
big ones. But still, even Sven is coming.
Oh, and they stacked it again.
It's a 5-man effort right now.
They accidentally
Whoa,
stacked it, I'm
what
pretty
team are
sure.
they playing for?
This is a 5-man just PvE battle happening.
This is a full commitment right here.
They're like, guys, this is just too much.
Look
Now,
at
how
this.
much time?
Pepita's got atrophy
versus
aura going.
effort.
He's swinging for
The
100.
top lane tower went down to MSS. He's just moving forward. You guys just want to be, okay, you guys could do that for
They're
a while.
still doing it. Jack, go back.
They're finally like, you know what, we're
Alright,
done
there's
here.
only one left.
That's
Ancient Thunder
perfect.
High.
You stack it, you finish it.
Dire's top tower
Clean your
is under
plate
attack.
or no dessert for you.
There's the Vanguard up for the
Bulba
Underlord.
almost got level 6 during that.
And they're back, clearing the stack of their own.
Damn.
What is this game?
These are stacked slayers.
Stack
Okay,
City.
he's got no mana.
No
so
mana
he's
on
probably
Puck,
dead.
no
Oh.
phase shift, no track whatsoever, but he will go down. +2 for the Silencer. Can he get more? Global Silence committed. He actually kicks down the Bulba in the nuts. Dies from that. It's too painful. Sven, his ult is running out. MSS has that roar, but they need to fall back
many
because
stuns do you
Underlord
got?
is steeping out. No Pit of Malice. No, nothing to stun. Actually, so level 2 book finished.
Stinger
on,
has like no way to get
Beastmaster.
mana, and it's frustrating, I'm sure. He like had stuns available there, but you know, once you
there's
dish out all of
clarity
your
potion.
spells, 150, 100, 100, he's got nothing left.
A magic wand.
He doesn't
would
have-
be
There's
fine.
no
He doesn't have-
wand.
He doesn't have
nothing.
treads or the magic wand, so
Yeah.
yeah.
There is Underlord ulti coming.
What up?
Just deepest to the bottom. What up, boys?
I think it's just right. They're going to try to take this tower. He has a Vanguard headdress. I mean, he can probably just brute force it down.
Look at that kill. I mean, no one.
That's what he does. All he does is brute force
It's
things
just a
down.
walking bulldozer, really.
Actually, the team TP is actually pretty finesse for a dude that's
You did
that
not
big.
ever see some like clutch Dark Rift plays. It's never happened in Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best one you see is you wipe a team in your own base and you TP to creep somewhere else.
They
I'm
get
like,
more
that's what it
likely-
is.
Just
Yeah.
TP to a shrine and
Yeah.
come back.
No,
You're
I
right.
want to see it. We'll see it someday.
There-
Papita will make
There
it
was
happen.
so much hype about him. They're doing the Roche actually. It's gonna go uncontested.
Wait up.
Here comes a
can't
clutch
really
Dark
fight.
Rift. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
there is a big AA ulti, but that's only
They're
gonna be
coming
it.
for us.
Bounty Hunter actually scouting them out.
God, he's
he actually
got
gets the Aegis! Woo! Dies! There's a huge firestorm coming from the Underlord. Papita in the front lines, big chrono, but is there anything to
Papita
follow
on
up?
the
Ooh,
back.
this looks so bad for DCS NA. It's gonna be a full team wipe. Where's that Bounty Hunter? Kill that little guy. Wow, the play from Stinger, he does not need the magic wand or anything. The guy
Stinger.
just goes in. He didn't even have ulti there. What?
He just walked in, just, hey guys,
What
how's
up?
it going? I'll take that,
Dude,
thank you very much.
Stinger just rolled in, hit 4 people with the boulder, snatched it.
There's Afu and then there's Lafu. That's what we saw there from Stinger with the great Earth Spirit play.
Dude, I loved the chrono that Mason did. He didn't actually catch Papita in the very back of the pit, and Papita just beat Moonmander's ass for like 5 seconds.
Papita beat all of them.
Yeah, he really did. That Firestorm and Roche pit, Jesus.
Plus he
Wait,
was in
is
the
he level
front line.
14?
They can't do
Did I
anything.
see that wrong?
Just
With the
brute
trophy
forcing
or-
his way.
11,
Oh,
okay.
it's time to switch to
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, orb also just down through the pit. It's just a lot.
Another stat.
Look at this guy. He just does as he pleases.
I think his model should be a bit smaller. I mean, he's a bit too big.
Oh, this is a pretty accurate representation.
I mean, we're
You know
sooner.
what idea I had? That if time goes by, heroes' weapons should grow a little bit, or the hero models. If you're like level 25, you should be a bit bigger.
It's like when you get the BKB and they're just
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
there's like
But
it
not
was
that
bugged
big.
out, so some
Not
of them
that
was
big,
like
but just slightly
permanently
bigger.
huge.
Or at least like a weapon to
Well,
shine even more.
This is not to
shine
scale. I
brighter,
mean, if you've played
shine
World
bright
of
like a
Warcraft,
diamond
the
jack.
Pit Lord is much bigger than this. This is not really to scale. Like this would be like a miniature Pit Lord, like those like dragons that grew really small over time when the Targaryens locked them up. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's
Like a
like
mini
in
Pit Lord.
Sesame Street when Oscar the Grouch is in his trash can and then he pops out.
You talking about the Dark Rift now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oscar the Dark Rift. Oh, they're just gonna keep pushing. They have an ulti from Kataro on Sven.
It was closer to Dark Rift Mielmo, actually.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay. I'll tell. Never mind. I'll tell you guys about this one off camera. But it's a good idea. You'll hear it later.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Go on.
Mid lane, he actually catches Bulba with the coil. Nothing happens though. They just finish the tier 2 on the mid and on the bottom lane. Seems like DC is putting a lot of pressure.
You know what I like
on
about
the-
this? We haven't seen a good old-fashioned base race in a while. I want to see a base race this game
I don't think.
with a clutch Dark Rift to come in and
I
stop
don't
it.
think Dyer wants to see that because TA is gonna probably TA plus Beastmaster is probably gonna outpush some.
Well, you know, but there's a god strength, and there's this guy. This guy,
There's
if he
this
gets a
guy.
hero killer too, that glaive just smashes
You just said it was a.
buildings.
You just said it was a base race, and now there's people defending the base. Jack.
No, he's got to kill someone and then clutch Dark Rift for the base race.
All right, yeah, Jack's got it all figured out. Now, DC's still up by about a
Oh.
K gold, even though they did take the Aegis as well as 4 kills. It's mostly the TA farming up very well.
I don't know. This Void is so underfarmed.
Yeah.
He has a Mask of Madness only. 16 minutes in. No other items. No Aquila. No Aquila. No whatever.
No Aquila, no Quilla, no Aquila. Oh, Stinger,
Bulba
rolling in.
just creating space, as Jack loves to say it. Productive that is gonna come out of the Bulba.
Yeah, the puck kind of just hung around there when he was revealed with the Sentry Ward. The other, they don't want him like there harassing the courier and just doing annoying Bulba things.
Look at Abed top lane.
Look.
Oh, he's just
Camping it
hiding
out right now.
there.
MSS nearby with the Primal Roar.
Who are they gonna? Oh, it's gotta
They
be
need
the
to go
puck,
for
right?
a block. Oh, MSS backed out. Global Silence a bit late coming. Global Silence is down. Sven is in. Kataro Hayama cleaving through those creeps, but can't get next to the T8. Abed just blinks in, tears up Leo's teleport. Not too good of a fight.
Excited.
There's a lot of slow coming out for
This
that
boar
Sven.
is doing
Abed.
work.
Oh, he actually
Come
cleaved
on,
them a
Igor.
lot. Big AA ulti.
Dude,
Does
Abed's
not
going
connect.
crazy.
Abed Chronosphere connected on Sven. Let's see if he can take him down. Another track. That's a 2. It's gonna be 3 track kills coming out.
Got both
4
kills, no
kills
problem.
actually for DC. How did this happen, Dakota? Inform me.
Well, Abed was able to just kind of dance around them. It looked awkward at the start, but once the global came into play, Abed was able to just kind of continue to right-click and shred right through.
Global. There was
It was
nothing.
late. It was late and not in the timing with MSS's stun, but Pepita just was a punching bag to Abed.
Also,
and
MSS backed out at one point when he was about to stun Puck.
Well, Leo Style backed out, but then came back in also.
An Underlord dead. The only real source of damage there is the Sven. Right?
And he just
so
got kited.
he got kited by that board.
Boar.
The pig did the board. No, and then there was the Chronosphere as well. So
No, that was just good play, mostly by Abed. He goes in, they get the kill, they realize, wait, this Underlord's not that tanky when I meld hit him with the Deso. And they just take him down, then he blinks forward to get that Leo style kill. It's pretty much just the Abed show.
We've seen a couple of builds on Beastmaster, like going Helm of the Dominator, then maybe Solar Crest, but it delays your Necronomicon. I still am the biggest fan of the rushing Necro 3 into Blink Dagger, or just get the Necro Book 1 and the Blink Dagger if you lack Initiation, then upgrade it to Necro 3. I mean, it delays the Necro Book too much, and later on it's not that good.
Here you go, Jet. Looks like there's going to be another tier 2 for tier 2 push coming.
There's a base race.
And he did go the Shadow Blade build on.
Oh,
There
here
is a
comes.
big play coming out from
Oh,
Underlord.
let's go.
TP, where it is,
Oh,
on the
let's
shrine.
go.
They know something is up.
God.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's too long. I don't know the delay on that TP. They actually pop the dust on Bulba, misses the stun from Earth Spirit. Pretty
No,
much.
he has to eat a track. Oh, that's unfortunate. Stinger going for the Yules. Smart choice. Gets rid of the silence, gets rid of track,
A
and
lot of
gives
cat
him
and
mana.
mouse going on this game.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna go for Crimson Guard after that Vanguard upgrade. Plus, we already had what was it? The Buckler. Then he decides to go for a mech instead.
Just to get Guardian Grooves up, I guess.
Nah, he didn't go for Guardian Moves. He just bought Medallion of Courage, just like multiple item creation at a time.
I feel like Halberd is pretty good for him.
Yeah,
Alright,
he
guys,
needs
you want to just get 12
Crimson,
items or what?
Guardian Greaves, and Solar Crest. Then he can go for.
Yeah, they need to gem up on
Highland's
Infamous.
Halberd
I
if
think
you
that's where
want.
they start off.
There is a Sven ulti, but misses the stun a bit too quick on that Blink Dagger. Mason, MSS actually with the Blink Dagger just
Damn.
throws ulti on a Puck and kills him. Sven just melts with Templar Assassin and Mason just ripping apart. There's too much damage coming out from Team DC right now. Pretty much 3 track kills. This is gonna be a 4th one. They're still on the chase. Blink Dagger, 2
He
seconds
wants it.
cooldown. He wants it.
Nice
1,
silence.
2, let's go. Bam! One more. Pop the shrine. He does not even want to pop that shrine.
Part of the reason Abed was able to react so fast, Bulba was just stalking behind the Sven where they didn't have vision, saw him pop God Strength, and just knew it was coming. So.
Yeah, that Sven goes down so quickly with Deso, Meld, and Solar Crest on a Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, that's just... I mean, this is what we said, right? This is the perfect TA game, not because of the draft or so, but he got a good start. And TA's strongest, like 20 to 30 minute mark, because he's kind of like a Meepo, or TA is. I mean, you get a lot of gold. You should be above. You're like an alchemist at that point. You farm so quickly, and she has been doing that.
Well, the problem is they tried to initiate on a bed with Sven stun. He blinked away. Even if they could get the hands on him, there was still global. So I don't know how they expect to kill him there. You can click it multiple times, Grant.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though, for the advice.
You can see the count in the right corner as well.
I was going to say back to you, Lacoste, but that sounds like your play-by-play.
That's a good one, Grant.
Savage.
So Earth Spirit actually went for for a Blink Dagger. No Yules yet.
And it feels like, I mean, Sven has to go Lincoln, which is never a good feel. Why is he going Lincolns over BKB?
I don't know. I guess Lincoln's for the roar. That's the biggest concern of his.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Solar Crest on Underlord. Pretty much everyone is buying Solar Crest. You have Beastmaster queued up, you have Bounty Hunter, and you have Underlord with one. Look at the build on AA. Jack, what do you think?
Oh, the sentry wards. Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, they really want a gem, but they can't afford to get one. They realize how weak they all are, too. Like, if you just lose that gem, that pretty much just ends the game right there.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning that this Underlord is nowhere near as tanky as you might have projected him to be against this physical. I mean, he's yeah.
Should be a little beefier.
There's Scout coming out from Radiant. They're standing on the high ground, catch the Void. Mason with insta black, not black hole actually. Chronosphere catches two, but there's too much damage negation from a Trophy Aura. Mason will go down. Actually, a good fight looking for the infamous TA, dealing so much damage, but with the Warcry, they have nothing to remove it with. Blinks in on a TA. She hides. Can she take him down? AA ulti flying. There's still Earth Spirit ulti on TA, so she can't blink out yet. No refraction for the next couple of seconds.
Just
hides there. Do they have a vision on her? Oh, good play, but he actually misses. There's a Solar Crest casted from the Underlord, but he manages to take him down. A bed hiding one more time. Is there a Firestorm? It's gonna be a death of a bed finally.
Not as many casualties, it feels, from the whole throwdown than I was expecting. For like the first full chunk of that fight, I was right on Pepita and Sven, and they could just barely move.
They actually had this vision uphill, so Underlord casted the Pit of Malice, lockdown Void, so he was committed to actually cast ulti right away. It seems like a good chrono, but there was no follow-up damage.
That was a problem. And if you see, Pit of Malice does reveal invis when they are rooted, but then even if you're standing in it and like it's not rooting you, it doesn't show you. Just a little tip there.
Thank you, Grant.
There's a lot of defensive spells used from both sides. That's why the fight started off kind of awkwardly, right? You had like the Chronosphere and the Silence, and then you had the obviously like the Atrophy Aura, and then the Warcry being cast as well. So both sides were kind of just awkwardly slapping at each other for a little bit.
Yeah.
But that felt a little better for Infamous, right? Like this time the Underlord actually, you know, feels like he had quite a bit of
Yeah, like Lacoste said, even if you don't get your spells, just being right there with the Atrophy Aura, like it looked like Mason with his build, he actually did like no damage.
And they kind of stayed with him there. Sometimes they get separated and they just get torn apart. The four of them stayed in pretty tight formation throughout that fight.
Yeah.
So that's a full Guardian Greaves on Underlord right now, so he can reinitiate even after the global. Also gives you extra armor and regen once you drop below. What is it, 30%? 20%?
Yeah,
20%.
So good. A lot of people forget about that like factor. It's not just the heal as well as getting rid of all those debuffs. It's the biggest part. Yeah, exactly.
Especially with heroes like Void or TA. TA decides to go for Diffusal Blade.
I think the only thing Infamous definitely can work on these team fights is Excel is like really up far in these fights, and he hasn't gotten, like if he gets a good ult off, we haven't really seen one yet. And it's the same on the backside. Like Moonmander got off a decent global, they just didn't have follow-up, but these fives, they got us a little farther back.
What have we here?
There's the Lincolns. No more roaring unless, you know, maybe summons the book, uses the mana burn creep to take it off.
No, I didn't notice that Singer to change up his build. He was going that Yules originally, but then stopped for the Blink Dagger, and then changed his mind to an Urn, now changed his mind, and he's going to be getting in on that Solar Crest club.
Hell yeah, get in my club. It's like the Breakfast Club, never seen the movie.
What?
Doesn't that have John Travolta in it?
No.
Oh.
It's a great movie,
Who's in it? Who's the famous person?
Molly Ringwald is in it.
Who?
What's his name? The Mighty Ducks coach.
Oh,
I can't think
Jack,
of his name.
you know this.
I absolutely do not.
Have you seen Mighty Ducks?
I did, but the
Who's
only
the
scene I
coach?
remember is the one where they tied the goalie up and just
Yeah, we
shot
talked
him.
about this on our
Goldberg.
first day. Old Goldberg.
That was the only scene that was memorable about Mighty Ducks.
All right, back to you, Lacoste.
Back to you.
Faceless Void just finished Silver Edge. They seems like want to smoke up, try to get some kills. Global is up, everything is ready for them. Do they have a Diffusal Blade on that TA? Getting close to that. They want to get that before they actually fight, so they can move the Warcry.
Lincoln's up on Sven as well.
Yeah, if he actually breaks the Underlord in a fight, removes that Trophy Aura, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
good.
big.
Yeah.
What do you think about, I mean, maybe he's not going to go, but Sven has a Butterfly queued up. You like it just versus like all the Void and stuff?
You have to be able to dodge
AC
You have to
AC
be able
would
to
be
dodge
maybe a
the pig
better
damage
choice.
because the pig damage is a major problem. It just slows you.
Yeah, that pig's been owning him.
Maybe AC would have been a better choice just to
There's only
boost
going
all
to be
your
more
allies.
pigs too. So. Yeah, see?
Thank you.
Back to you, Dakota.
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez. Yep, I remember.
That was in Mighty Ducks.
That guy was an all-star.
Anyways, back to you, Lukas.
Yeah, seems like nothing
Wait.
from that smoke.
What's that- what's-
TA just finished, back to me, Jack. We just finished that diffusal blade. Roche just respawned. It's the second Roche with Cheese and Aegis, so the next fight will probably be around that. Infamous need to be careful about it because the DC can take it so quickly with Beastmaster Aura and Solar Crest plus TA Meld.
Yep.
Alright, A already scouting with Ice Vortex.
Yep, and they have to be. I mean, that was where the game. It kind of looked like DC. They were already like diving the base at that point. And then they went to Roche and that big steal by.
Wait, that sounds
Stinger
familiar.
comes
Isn't that
around.
like what's Charlie Sheen's real name? Or
Yeah.
Sheen's real name? Oh, okay.
That's his dad. That's Charlie
Oh.
Sheen's dad. Yeah.
Wow, Jack.
Martin,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Martin.
Sheen.
Yeah.
Emilio Estevez. Yeah.
Gordon Bombay.
Alright,
was the character
Boba
name.
on the run. They just blow up AA
That's
so
a Roche.
fast. They got the ulti on them, but
Mason's
I don't know,
still
it's time to
stalking.
Roche
Dun, dun.
28 seconds without him,
Dun, dun.
but it's gonna be hard for Underlord.
dun.
Mason just breaks him.
There.
Can he do it? Does he have enough damage? He actually does not break him. A Trophy Aura works. What?
So much effort
So
right now.
much effort to kill that Underlord,
Still
but
not yet.
Crimson Guard and Guardian Greaves negating so much damage. Sven is in on a bed, but he's juking him with that 4-staff MSS with big roar on him just to finish him off. Big Earth Spirit ulti. This is gonna be a disaster for Infamous, what it seems to be. Can the puck blink out? AA ulti probably gonna fly out.
That took so long to bring down Pepita as well, but even with that, they were not able to kind of formulate their own fight and just kind of turn it back in.
So a
Was it
Trophy
positioning?
Aura, it says dispellable, cannot be dispelled.
Got him.
Alright, so me and Mason both pretty dumb, and the rest of the panel as well.
Wait, oh really? It's
Yeah,
not dispellable?
Yeah, I just saw it when he hit him.
Cannot be dispelled.
I clicked on the Faceless Void and he had the Trophy Aura.
Huh. Crazy world we live in.
So it's for the cleave.
Yeah. What could have happened? I mean, once their AA died, I'm surprised they kind of stuck around there. And that was a super good chrono because he caught the puck in it as well. And that would have obviously been a way better target. But
Oh,
Stinger
yeah.
saved him with that blink. He blinked in, stunned, silenced the Beastmaster before he could roar. So nice play by Stinger.
Sven, they have just a lot of tools for slowing the Sven down. Whether it's a target he can't immediately destroy. Again, he went for the Lincoln, so damage output maybe isn't there. Or if it's a situation where he's got pigs to slice through, he's being slowed by TA traps, he doesn't have BKB.
Sven ulti committed on the Roche with the Firestorm. Stinger just trying to buy some time, popping the ulti on that silencer. Global Silence not ready yet. Void using a chrono, 2-man, but a bed blinks actually into the chronosphere. He got fueled up. Can they finish the Roche? Sven gets the Aegis actually. They managed to kill the Mason with a Pit of Malice. A bed as well goes down. Wow, that's a lot of lockdown from that Pit of Malice. There is the big play coming out from Underlord, tipping to the bottom lane. Nothing happens. Yeah, you can't make any big plays with that. I mean, it's the delay time is too big. Mason.
Did he get him?
Mason
That's
and I don't know, that chrono and the bed just I don't think it would have been any different even if he got some of the damage.
That was a really
dealt.
good Yules too from
Yeah.
the puck. It made it so Mason couldn't last hit the
Roche and get
pardon
the
me. Yeah,
Aegis.
that was just really good individual play all around. Man, fighting into a Roche pit against Pit of Malice, that is actually living hell. I mean, a hell demon. So.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Roche Pit and Pit of Malice.
They're just gonna get a free racks, huh?
I mean, there's buybacks available on Abed and Mason, but Mason's so close to coming back to life, it doesn't feel worth for
Look
just
at the
one
damage.
set of racks.
200, 155 now.
Take the hell out. Let the siege unit finish it.
Radiant's bottom
Wait,
Dang.
follow the siege unit, Jack. Down bottom still. I just want to see how much work it puts in on the shrine.
Radiant's middle tower
Look at this.
is under attack.
That's just unhealable.
Take
It's
care of
gonna
it,
get, like,
Moon.
Yeah, that's good
Nice.
work though.
So they have still Aegis on the
They found
cheese.
MSS up by the infamous side here. He was trying to go for a TP, but
He
Eagles
does not have
canceled
a
it.
TP ready. Puck committed with an ulti. AA ulti misses. Earth Spirit. He's gonna be the cleanup crew. Oh, there's a gem. Oh, that's a pretty big kill for a bounty and a TA.
And
This game does not look good for DC at all.
Jack, I'll let you thank Dakota for bringing that kill to your attention because you were about to be kneeling. Dakota saved you, and you know
I
it.
saw it. I was already
I
moving
want
over
to see you
there.
get
Dabbed
But
on.
Killed
the,
by a dab.
The fight,
Boom.
the fight in enclosed spaces is not something that DC wants to take, and that's precisely what Roshan is.
Yeah.
Mason top lane.
Oh, he gets the.
I
Oh, they
know.
see him with the
He
gem.
had the gem.
Oh,
Wait, that's just...
what am I doing? I'm not play by play.
Hey, isn't that just really bad team coordination? Because MSS knows he lost the gem, but he does not tell his team.
Moon's dead too.
They're trying to make a move on a silencer. He goes down pretty quickly. There's a tier 2 tower on a mid and on the top. Seems like it's gonna be 50 seconds without Mason. I don't know how they're gonna defend with only 2 heroes.
Yeah. This definitely feels like a growing pains game from DC because those last 2 deaths felt like you're running in Viz when you just lost a gem to someone else, and then we saw the TP in from the puck who had it. He just got slaughtered.
Sven disassembled the Mask of Madness, bought the full butterfly, used that
But he
horror
lost it.
stuff, and is in, just chopping through the wave. 25 seconds without that Faceless Void. Sven has cheese and Aegis still. He does not want to give it to anyone. Ulti, 20 seconds cooldown.
Infamous may just 2-0 DC. Who'd have thunk?
I definitely wouldn't say that was the
Spice things
most
up.
favored outcome, but they've been looking good. So I think this was actually one of the more even series. And it didn't look very even game 1, and even game 2, like, Infamous just has a better game plan. It's not over
Pulling out.
yet, though.
Pulling out a pit lord against DC.
I love
Taking
it.
it to him, man.
Dude, their last
They
pick.
have a vision on a Faceless Void who is silenced. They're just gonna chop him
Oh.
down. No
just
buyback
over.
whatsoever on Faceless Void. This game is over.
Taro. Oh, wait up, Jack.
Guy, get
Jack,
the getaway
they're
car.
tipping on a mid. Whoa!
Big play to the mid lane.
No, wrong one. No.
That's not
I
hype.
don't know what happened there. If there's something tilted going on, because Mason just
died
kind of just
2
waltzed
times.
in there and died.
They might have.
They didn't seem committed to fighting that, so it's kind of weird. He didn't have buyback either, so it wasn't.
Maybe that Fedora talk got to him.
Got to him, Jack. You did this to him. And here we go.
Stinger is in, 2 Crimson Guards on him popped. He can't go down, too much armor. Silencer running away from that call. They're just taking this all a bit of malice.
Dude, the base is
committed
just dying
on those
before their eyes.
On those racks, so they can get in. Big roar, but nothing happens. He already had Lotus Orb on him. Beastmaster roars himself. TA popping a BKB, can't really get a kill on that fat fuck Underlord. Sven just negating too much damage, too much butterfly effect. ALT coming to a TA. Yeah, this game seems
They're just
pretty
running him
over.
over.
There's a mega creep.
Running him over.
Underlord is just. Like,
Underlord undefeated
I'm out
in
of the
King's
words.
Cup.
2-0. Infamous. Looking strong, looking like on the first and on the second day.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of funk they were in the middle of the league, but
I ran out of the
Well,
words.
they
Not
did
too
lose a
much to
game.
say. The game looked pretty over.
They
Grant was
lost the
not
game
too
to
happy
Iceberg
about
as
it.
well.
No.
They very clearly threw a game against 3GJ. Like, this is a team that could easily have been, I think, 10-3,
Yeah.
11-3.
No, that game was just right. DC had the lead. We talked about TA got a pretty good start, was looking very good there, and then they took that. They dove the base. They somehow kind of got out. Then they went for that Roche that we thought they were going to take it so quick there wasn't going to be anything, and just a perfect initiation from Stinger. And man, Stinger.
Yeah, that
Killing it, man.
that Roche, that Aegis still
turned
set
it
to
everything.
DC back.
Yeah. And then the next one, right? It looks like they were going to go for another Roche, and once again, Dyer's like, no, we'll just take the Roche instead ourselves. And Radiant's like, well, we have a Chrono and a Global. We should be able to take these fights. And no.
Well, at least we
Roche-
learned something. Silver Edge does not remove aura from Underlord.
Which is very strange, but yeah.
What
Roche-
name do you like more, Underlord or Pitlord?
I actually say Underlord more now,
yeah.
I was saying
surprisingly.
Pitlord all the time. I don't know, Underlord seems cool now.
It does.
Also, do you remember when there was a lot of hype Underlord coming into Dota 2? there's gonna be some clutch plays with ulti.
And there was one that game. They TP'd middle so quickly there to push.
I think
the
you're
lane.
more likely though to get a highlight play out of someone like Underlord over someone like Viper.
True.
Yeah, the highlight would be if you're like desperately trying to run away from a bad team fight.
You
It's
just
like,
get
is he
out.
gonna make it in time?
Yeah, I mean you could start it,
Or
blink and save
the
someone.
Or if he
timing is
cancels the portal and
right.
he's like, screw this, let's go. You know, like he's about to TP away, you close in, thinking you're going to pick off the deer, and suddenly the deer turn around and
So
Yeah,
you know,
this-
face turn their antlers at you.
I'm honestly wondering, do you guys think this last game was more DC not looking good or Infamous looking good or a combination? Game 1, it felt to me like Infamous looked way better than DC, but Game 2, it felt like DC definitely had a very big shot at winning, and they kind of blew it.
So it feels like things went very smoothly for DC, and then they kind of kept
Yeah.
doing it that way. Like they took a couple good team fights, right? And they're like, oh look, the Underlord's not that tanky. We're able to take them in these 5-on-5s, even if our lineup isn't built for it. And then they kept doing that. Obviously, the turning point I think was the 2 Roche fights.
Yeah.
When you fight in the enclosed space against Infamous lineup, it just it gets pretty ugly really fast.
Yeah, also the initiation when they had vision with Pit of Malice and that void, forcing him to use ulti so that he doesn't die. And also the fight near their shrine when they focused Underlord, trying to remove the trophy aura, which does not work. He bought so much time. That fight, no one won that fight actually, but
No one.
it set back DC a lot. At one point, DC actually looked like they were winning the game. The chrono was up. TA was getting a shit ton of farm. But I don't know.
I'm hearing this
You-
Underlord is a huge contributor to this
No,
this
it's
win.
that
But
last
how much
pick.
of that is maybe the inexperience or recent experience going against an Underlord and being prepared for that kind of toolkit when you're just like, oh shit, that's right, he can root us down and see us right now. Or, oh shit.
Well, they knew that, and again, it was working out for them initially. The 2 Roche fights are obviously huge because one was the stolen Aegis.
That was 4, by the way.
And besides that, so it's one of those. All right, so one of my favorite terms, guerrilla warfare. Right, this is a guerrilla warfare lineup. You get that vision, pick people off, get those track kills. Infamous is this lineup of is like one of those Revolutionary War eras. Like, hey, meet me on the field at 12 noon. Everybody bring their cannons and their, and we'll just face each other and do. You don't want to fight into that. You want to keep the guerrilla warfare mentality. And they got sucked into a couple bad fights, and that's all it takes, really.
Yeah, and I think, it does go back, right? We were talking about in the first day, even Infamous's last picks, just surprising people. That Timbris out of nowhere just wrecked the game. Once again, that Underlord just negated everything. Their last picks, I love Infamous last pick. You don't know what's coming, what's going on. A Clinks, an Underlord today.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just want to point out this is a Sven without BKB. Not that there's there's BKB ignoring controls already, but
Look at
a
that.
Sven without BKB is able to, finally get his ideal damage environment in these later fights. It's
And we see Pepita. Those are some nice items to have on an Underlord. Just fully team fight, helping the Lotus Sword. We saw at the very end when Beastmaster roared himself. Just overall, Pepita has been playing great this whole tournament. Usually on Furion, but even on these little lesser heroes.
You just called Underlord a lesser hero?
Well, lesser picked.
Yeah.
Not
Not as
lesser in
popular.
girth. You know that is huge.
So
The hero.
DC against VGJ next game, right?
Yep.
This is-
So how this loss gonna affect DC in
Well,
the
so
crucial game
Infamous is-
against
Well, we're just talking about
VGJ?
their mindset, Jack, not the standings.
Yeah.
Does this
How does this
affect
affect
DC?
them?
This is a team of
Not-
some
it can't
very talented
be.
players, lots of offlaners. It's a team where they have a new leader, a new voice, and is Moon also the one that's going to be there to keep the team rallied, morale high for this upcoming series?
It can't be good. You had such a big lead in game 2. Did it reach 10K, I think? If we look at the graphs.
The
They had
lead,
such-
game 2, I don't think until the
it was,
very end.
it was pretty close. Well, yeah.
Radiant
maybe
was up 7K at max, I believe.
not.
Maybe a little more, it looks like.
You had such a big lead. Things were going well. I saw maybe signs of some anger or maybe tilt from Mason later on when he just kind of walked in and they didn't know what they were doing there. Yeah, that's a pretty tough loss.
Yeah.
And raises a lot of maybe some doubt and uncertainty here about what kind of lineups do you want to be playing.
To
How
be
do you execute that?
fair, they are still like DC, right? They still haven't played all their games. Just like the Dire looked so bad in their first couple days, and they've looked improving. You can see DC, some of the stuff's coming together, like that TA. They were looking good in the early game, but it just, it does take time. It really does.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that is going to be wrapping things up. I don't mean to step on your toes here, Mr. Play-by-Play, but we are concluding our first series, so we have a couple of things to just talk about before we move on. After this, we're going to be throwing into a nice little extra piece of content for you to be able to check out. But then don't go too far after the following break, because we're going to be moving right into a Hot Cox podcast to kind of help fill that gap of time between Series 1 and Series 2. So there's going to be plenty more content to come, starting with this Pub Report. Let's check it out.
Welcome to today's Pub Report.